The Kurds are an ethnic group in the Middle East, mostly inhabiting a contiguous area spanning adjacent parts of eastern and southeastern Turkey, western Iran, northern Iraq, and northern Syria. The Kurds have ethnically diverse origins. Kurdish nationalists claim that the Kurds are descended from the Hurons and the Medes, and the claimed median descent is reflected in the words of the Kurdish national anthem, "We are the children of the Medes and Khosrow." The Kurdish languages form a subgroup of the northwestern Iranian languages. The Kurds are estimated to number, worldwide, around 30 to 32 million, possibly as high as 37 million, with the majority living in West Asia. However, there are significant Kurdish diaspora communities in the cities of western Turkey, in particular Istanbul. A recent Kurdish diaspora has also developed in Western countries, primarily in Germany. The Kurds are the majority population in the autonomous region of Iraqi Kurdistan and in the autonomous region of Rojava, and are a significant minority group in the neighboring countries Turkey and Iran, where Kurdish nationalist movements continue to pursue greater autonomy and cultural rights. Name. The exact origins of the name Kurd are unclear. The underlying toponym is recorded in Assyrian as Kadu and in Middle Bronze Age Sumerian as Kardar. Assyrian Kadu refers to an area in the upper Tigris basin, and it is presumably reflected in corrupted form in Arabic Gurdi, readopted in Kurdish as Kudi. The name would be continued as the first element in the toponym Corduene, mentioned by Xenophon as the tribe who opposed the retreat of the 10,000 through the mountains north of Mesopotamia in the 4th century BC. There are, however, dissenting views, which do not derive the name of the Kurds from Kadu and Corduene but opt for derivation from Siashi instead, regardless of its possible roots in ancient toponymy. The ethnonym Kurd might be derived from a term kwrt used in Middle Persian as a common noun to refer to nomads, or tent dwellers, which could be applied as an attribute to any Iranian group with such a lifestyle. The term gained the characteristic of an ethnonym following the Muslim conquest of Persia, as it was adopted into Arabic and gradually became associated with an amalgamation of Iranian and Iranicized tribes and groups in the region. Sherifzad Bidalishi in the 16th century states that there are 4 divisions of Kurds: Kermanj, Lur, Kalhor and Guran, each of which speak a different dialect or language variation. Paul notes that the 16th century usage of the term Kurd as recorded by Bidalishi, regardless of linguistic grouping, might still reflect an incipient northwestern Iranian Kurdish ethnic identity uniting the Kermanj, Kalhor, and Guran language. The Kurdish language refers collectively to the related dialects spoken by the Kurds. It is mainly spoken in those parts of Iran, Iraq, Syria and Turkey which comprise Kurdistan. Kurdish holds official status in Iraq as a national language alongside Arabic, is recognized in Iran as a regional language, and in Armenia as a minority language. The Kurdish languages belong to the northwestern subgroup of the Iranian languages, which in turn belongs to the Indo-Iranian branch of the Indo-European family. Most Kurds are either bilingual or multilingual, speaking the language of their respective nation of origin, such as Arabic, Persian, and Turkish as a second language alongside their native Kurdish, while those in diaspora communities often speak 3 or more languages. According to Mackenzie, there are few linguistic features that all Kurdish dialects have in common and that are not at the same time found in other Iranian languages. The Kurdish dialects, according to Mackenzie, are classified as Northern Group, Central Group, Southern Group including Kermanshahi, Ardalani and Laki. The Zaza and Gorani are ethnic Kurds, but the Zaza-Gorani languages are not classified as Kurdish. Commenting on the differences between the dialects of Kurdish, Krayenbroek clarifies that in some ways, Kermanji and Sorani are as different from each other as English and German, giving the example that Kermanji has grammatical gender and case endings, but Sorani does not, and observing that referring to Sorani and Kurmanji as dialects of one language is supported only by their common origin, and the fact that this usage reflects the sense of ethnic identity and unity of the Kurds population. The number of Kurds living in Southwest Asia is estimated at close to 30 million, with another 1 or 2 million living in diaspora. Kurds comprise anywhere from 18% to 20% of the population in Turkey, possibly as high as 25%, 15 to 20% in Iraq, 10% in Iran, and 9% in Syria. Kurds form regional majorities in all four of these countries, viz. in Turkish Kurdistan, Iraqi Kurdistan, Iranian Kurdistan and Syrian Kurdistan. The Kurds are the fourth largest ethnic groups in West Asia after the Arabs, Persians, and Turks. The total number of Kurds in 1991 was placed at 22.5 million, with 48% of this number living in Turkey, 18% in Iraq, 24% in Iran, and 4% in Syria. Recent emigration accounts for a population of close to 1.5 million in Western countries, about half of them in Germany. A special case of the Kurdish populations in the Transcaucasus and Central Asia, displaced there mostly in the time of the Russian Empire, who underwent independent developments for more than a century and have developed an ethnic identity in their own right. This group's population was estimated at close to 0.4 million in 1990.